Hello once again, witchy people. This is still not a Grimoire page update. I think I said in the last video, I did make a video and it kind of got onto a few subjects and ended up being nearly an hour long. It's about 55 minutes long. So I decided to break it up, and this is one of those segments. So you've got to bear in mind as well, I have been up all night. I haven't slept yet. I am absolutely shattered. But you know what it's like. You get something in your head and you want to get it sorted. So those can come off now, actually. It's my glasses. So I wanted to talk about being a career witch. Should have left those glasses on my head, shouldn't I? And what that means. So basically, being a career witch is making money and making a living out of being a witch or your witchcraft. And it's not something I can do. For a couple of, I would like to, don't get me wrong, I would love to be able to live off being who I am, basically. That would be amazing. But it's not going to happen. And that is because of the two things that I do that I could make money and how I feel about them. So let's talk about first the YouTube channel. And I think I've said this before. I didn't set up a YouTube channel to make money. I didn't even start my YouTube channel to have subscribers. That's just been a really happy side effect, if you like, because I think you're all slightly bonkers sitting listening to me. But kind of nice. I mean, even if sort of like you've become a subscriber because you've watched one video and you thought, oh, I quite like that, I hit subscribe. The fact that you liked something that I had to say for a start is slightly amazing. But the fact that you subscribed because of it is really amazing. I mean, in a nice sort of way. So, like I said, it's been a nice side effect. The reason this channel was started was because I have a problem, and I've said this before, and I don't want sympathy. It's just one of those things. So I have a problem with my brain. And it's similar, I suppose, to vascular dementia. So the blood flow into my brain, that the blood vessels going into my brain are shrinking. They're narrowing and getting thinner. That affects the blood flow to the brain, which is basically vascular dementia. But this is not vascular dementia. So hopefully it will take a lot longer to sort of like cause effect, and I will stay lucid for as long as I possibly can. But I wanted a record of the person that I am, or the person I was before this problem started to affect me. I wanted a record not just for me, but for my family as well, for my children and my grandchildren, so they can turn around and say, this was my mum, or this was my nonna. My grandchildren call me Nonna. My name isn't Nonna. So that's why I did it. And like I say, subscribers was really just a nice sideline that happened through that. By the way, I say, it sounds really horrible now, doesn't it? Not having, so many subscribers doesn't bother me. I would like to get over 1,000 subscribers. That to me would be stunningly amazing. That would be like just out of this world. And that may not seem a lot for other people to aim for, but that's a huge amount for me to aim for. If I do get to 1,000 subscribers, of course I will do a giveaway. Of course. So there is that. I think we're at 900 and something. So low 900s. So we will get there. And, so you know, if you like anything you hear, tell a friend and get them to subscribe, and we'll get this subscription giveaway going. Anyway, enough of that. Like I said, I didn't start this channel for subscribers, and I certainly didn't start it to make money. I think if I was going to start a channel to make money, I wouldn't choose crafting, which is what my other channel is, and I wouldn't choose witchcraft and being a witch either, because neither are the kind of channels that will end up making a lot of money. You do get one or two people in those genres who do make a lot of money, but that's not what I started for. But secondly, when I watch a video on YouTube, and okay, there used to be this one, she was a witch, she is a witch, that I used to watch quite a lot, and now I watched a video of theirs day before yesterday, or I tried to day before yesterday, and I started watching, and I kid you not, about every 3 to 4 minutes there was an ad popped up, and I just found that so frustrating. What should have been a 20-minute video ended up taking well over half an hour. There was, if I'd let the ads play, there would have been more ads than video content. And I don't let the ads play anyway, you know, I sort of wait until the calendar, you can click off this ad in, and it counts down. As soon as it reaches the bottom, I'm like, gone. Don't want to watch it. And because I get this frustrated, angry, annoying feeling when all the adverts come up, I don't want people who watch my channel to feel the same way. Hence no adverts, hence no monetization. So I'm never going to monetize my channel. Sorry, YouTube. They have offered, you know, oh, you can monetize your channel. No. And I did talk to a few other people about it. I especially spoke to Brittany, Palm Tree Bewitchery, Patricia, Trish, Beanbag Hagwag, and Drew, She Who Walks Between the Worlds. So those are the people that I talked to. There was a couple of others as well, but those were the 3 main people I talked to, and I asked about monetization and what they thought, and kind of had a discussion, and that, along with how I felt, certainly made me for sure know that I would never monetize my channel. So even if I had 20,000 subscribers, you know, I would not monetize my channel, because it's, like I said, it's something I find annoying, and so therefore I don't want to annoy people. Okay, so the next thing, my shop. When I started my shop on Etsy, I started it because I found it really difficult to get hold of the things I used in my practice at a decent price. So I couldn't make these things myself. I didn't know how to make these things myself. I didn't, you know how to make a wand. I just had never done it before. I didn't know how to pyrograph. I've never pyrographed anything before, but I taught myself, and I knew how to dry out herbs and stuff, but never in such huge amounts that I do now, because I've never grown that amount before now. So there was that whole different way of doing things, and then packaging them up so that it would be a way that I would like to receive things. And that's kind of like how it went on. But I don't make any money from my Etsy store. Now, in fact, on some things I make a loss, because I tend to round up slightly what it costs me to make. And from there, I do not think, so if something costs me £3.80 to make, I will round it up to £4, maybe. I haven't been doing that lately, which is a bit silly of me, because when I put things on Etsy, I get charged for putting up something to sell on Etsy. Then on top of that, I get charged a percentage whenever I sell something. I also get charged a percentage of the postage costs. That's been the last couple of years, so that gets added on. Then I get charged by PayPal for using PayPal. They take a percentage out as well. So when it comes down to it, I think all told, that I'm not too sure how it works out, but basically I lose just over 10%, I think, of the money that I could earn. I pay it to Etsy and PayPal. Now, I've even had an accountant look at PayPal and the charges they do, and they couldn't figure it out. That's how convoluted Etsy is. I can understand why people like Drew, for instance, set up their own store, because, you know, it's just too much. Anyway, so I don't take into account these things. I forget. And because, like I said, I'm not business minded. I didn't set this up as a business. I set it up to share. And as much as I would love to give away things for free, I can't afford to do that. So I price things how much it costs me. Now, people then say, well, why do you charge for a wand when you collect the wood from your own garden? And I will tell you why. So this is a short wand. I don't often sell these. Easy to go in my boxes. So the actual wood didn't cost me anything. It came from my tree in the garden. It's a bush, but it's a tree. It's a bush that thinks it's a tree, and it's wild rose. And it has to be coppiced. It has to be cut back, or else it will just basically gets too heavy for itself, doesn't bloom properly, and will start dying down, as in killing itself off. So it has to be cut back at least once a year, and if I can, I will get some really nice twigs out of it. So that didn't cost me anything except for the pruning shears, because I go through pruning shears, oil. I have to clean the pruning shears, so that does cost me. If I heat dry this, obviously that costs me. I then have to buy special blades to strip the bark. That costs. Then it's the sandpaper to sand it down, which this hasn't been done yet. Then the handle either has to be wound with thread or twine, that costs. Has charms hanging on it, that costs. Or it's got a special lacquer. It's a water-based special lacquer that takes at least 3 coats, and that costs. And that's where the money comes from. So it's not my time, but everything that I use to make these. You know, that's the kind of thing that you have to take into account, is why I do charge some money. So I couldn't consciously, I couldn't by my own conscience charge hideous amounts of money for a wand that I'd made. It's just, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And yes, I understand why people do, and I understand why people do, you know, want to make money out of witchcraft, and it would be lovely to, but not to the detriment of your fellow witches. That's kind of the way I think. So I can't be a career witch in what I do at the moment, because I will not make money off of my YouTube channel, and I will not make money from my Etsy store. You know, it is hard. It's very, very hard to sit back and see other people making loads of money and think, oh, I wish I could do that. I want to do that. But no, my heart will not let me. I understand, like I say, I understand why people do. And for some people, it's fine. I mean, I know what it's like to do readings, card readings, divination readings, scrying for people. And I know a lot of people charge for that. I never charged for that either. Just coffee. I sometimes charged in coffee. So like, make me a coffee, I'll do your cards. Sort of give me a glass of wine when I used to drink. Not that I was a really heavy drinker. I just used to have a glass occasionally. But I don't drink now. So I don't drink anymore. I don't drink any less either. No, I don't. You can tell I'm tired because I'm starting to get silly. Anyway, this is also because this is the third time I've made this video, because obviously I made the video the first time, it was too long. I made it a second time and didn't realise that I had muted my microphone. It has a little red light flashing on it that tells me it's muted, and I did not notice it. So therefore I'm doing it again, and I'm hoping that I'm not repeating myself. But I'm also hoping I'm remembering everything. Oh dear. So, get comfortable again. Yeah, so I do not make money out of being a witch. Would I like to? Yes. Would I like to at the cost of other witches, whether that be emotionally because they get frustrated because of the videos, or monetarily because I charge huge amounts for my things that I make? Then no, I'm sorry, I can't do it to the detriment of others, especially not people in my community. Like I said, I'm not disrespecting people who do. I'm just saying, for me, it's not something I can do. I mean, it's like, I know a woman, she's a very devout Christian actually, who makes baby shawls, and she sells them for about £15 each for these hand knitted baby shawls and crib blankets that are stunningly beautiful. She doesn't have a knitting machine, they're all hand knitted. And I said to her, how much do you make? And she said, nothing. It costs me between £15 and £20 for the wool, because she likes to have nice wool. This is going back a few years. She likes to have nice soft wool. But she said, if I charged for my time, I would be charging £100 for a shawl. Sort of between £70 and £100 for a shawl. She goes, it's just not, can't do it. She wouldn't. So the last thing people with a new baby want to do is spend out extra money like that. So she couldn't make a business out of it. And that's the same as me. I have a shop. Yes, it is my business, but it's not a lucrative money-making business. And like I said, I don't make money off of YouTube. I don't make money off my shop. I know I don't make money when I've done readings. So I'm a good witch, but I'm a poor businesswoman. I just... if there was a way that I could make money out of being a witch and not hike up prices, I don't know. I would do it if I could do it not to the detriment of anyone else. I would do it, but I can't see a way of doing it. So I am not a career witch. Not to say that I've never been a working woman, because I have worked before. As I said, I'm a kept woman now. I don't work, but that's because I can't work. But any job I've ever had, I've never worked doing witchcraft things. So there we go. Career witches. Wouldn't it be lovely if we could all be career witches and just get money for being who we are? But for most of us, that's not possible. and that should be fine. Okay. Right, I'm going to have my coffee. I'm going to go and have a nap because I haven't slept and it's silly time in the morning now. And especially as you get older, it's okay to nap during the day. We can become like babies and we can nap. Babies and old people, we nap during the day. I'm stuck. My hair is stuck on my jingly jangly jewellery. Anyway, so I'm going to bed. No, I'm not going to bed. Well, I am going to bed. I'm going to nap. Because that doesn't sound as bad, does it? So there you go. Career witches. We'd all love to be one. I can't be one, and I'm assuming most people are kind of like me as well. So there you go. That's it. I've waffled on enough. Again, thank you for watching, witchy people. I will be back very soon with the grimoire update as soon as I get these pages done and I stop being distracted by other things. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.